Jordan Syatt here from SyattFitness.com, and in this exercise video of the week I want to take you through the single leg RDL, which is really a fantastic exercise for improving single leg stability and overall performance. Unfortunately, it's just very commonly performed incorrectly, and the major issue is that people just aren't sure how to do it. So I want to walk you through the proper technique for this movement and then give you a variation just in case it's a little bit too challenging. I can give you a regression for it. So when I first teach people how to do the single leg RDL, I want the foot, the stance leg that you're going to be on, to be right next to the kettlebell or the dumbbell, whatever you're going to be using. So I get it right up next to the implement. I don't want it out in front because that's going to make you reach and put you in a bad position. So right next to the foot that you're going to be standing on, and from this position what you're going to do is you're going to hinge at the hips. So the movement is a hinge, it's not a reach, and this is a really important component to understand. So from here I'm going to go onto a single leg, and I'm going to reach with the opposite arm. I'm going to have this arm fully extended by my side, and I'm going to try and get this leg to touch the wall behind me. And that's the movement, okay? So again, I'm going to get the free leg to try and touch the wall behind me and hinge backwards with my hips. Now I'm going to drive through the stance heel and squeeze the butt as I come up. I'm going to come back down and repeat that motion for the single leg RDL. Now, a really common mistake with this movement is when people try and reach instead of hinge. So what I mean is, if instead of trying to hinge backwards like this, what a lot of times what people will do is they'll try and reach downward with their upper body. And that sort of throws the whole movement off. It negates all the benefits that we're trying to get with all the posterior chain involvement. So again, I don't want you trying to reach to the floor. I want your torso to stay in the same exact position the whole time. The only thing moving is your hips. So from a different angle, the only thing moving here is my hip sending backward. My torso stays in the exact same position, so there's no reaching in that sense. Now, if you can't do that, because it can be a little bit difficult at first to make sure to do it completely free stance with one leg completely in the air, and so if you can't do that, what I like to recommend is from this position, as opposed to reaching that leg up completely off the ground, keep the foot on the ground very lightly and just drag it backwards. You still get the same exact benefits, you still get really good glute and hamstring involvement, and you get all the benefits the exercise has to offer. You just get a little bit more feedback from the floor, and it's slightly easier to balance. So you can start with that progression with your foot slightly on the floor and then work into raising your foot completely off the floor for a completely single leg stance. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below.